If I show you just one watch, tell me what instantly comes to your mind. Well, hold your horses because I am going to talk about dress watches as they seem to be the favorite one in the mix. The reason behind a surge in formal watches can be much attributed to the stalwarts of the industry like the Pateks, APs, Jacket Roses, and Vachirons of the day. And I personally like to wear my dress watches from time to time. So is the reason for me being here because I am going to be reviewing a new micro watch brand for the day. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe and hype this video. I also have a certain flair for square dial watches, and that is what is going to set the tone for today as my choice of brand is Duxot. And the watch in my mind, in my hand, and out of my wallet is this super quirky but royal looking Duxot Quadrata. While Duxot has a decent set of watches in the mix, some of them take due inspiration. But sometimes it's not about the name on that dial, it's about the smile it puts on your face. Well, so does this amazing square cut in sage green color. In this first instance, this is an automatic watch with a credible Japanese movement that seems to be a good deal. The watch looks proportionally well as the cuts and creases all around render this one a well-defined watch. The design takes its cues not just from one but two of the iconic crates, but sometimes it's always good to find something for a penny to the dollar. Now this one comes in 4 more shades including a midnight black, a Capri Blue, a Walnut Brown, and a Steel Blue. Which would be your pick for the day? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have a closer look at the whole package, the box and the packaging is absolutely amazing, as it is with Duxot watches with this red box that comes with many of them. The dial is an absolute treat to the eyes with these horizontal lines forming the base. The applied indices are baton shaped with a square date window at 3 o'clock. The baton shaped hands are painted in Lume along with the indices that make it a visual practicality. The bezel of this Duxot is finished in brushed polish alongside the case that's also made of stainless steel. While that may be pretty common, what's uncommon is the presence of 4 screws riveted into the bezel. The protrusions on the left and the right does add a few pounds to beef up the look. What's impressive is a modest 42mm case with 46mm of lug-to-lug width and 11.5mm of thickness, which makes this weigh just 150 grams. The crown on the side is just your average Joe who is capable of handling all tasks under pressure. If you do end up buying an expensive watch, you will need a set of eyes to veer through the glare, and that's where this scratch-resistant, anti-glare treated sapphire crystal saves the day. The profile of this watch, needless to say, is an icon in itself with an exhibition case back in the rear. The red rotor is a nice touch of color to otherwise open the gates of fury with a Miyota 8215 automatic caliber that's honestly a workhorse movement. Needless to say, this is a 21 jewel setup with a power backup of 42 hours. And as long as we have the Miyotas and the NH movements in the mix, it is all good. The crown is well rounded with crown protectors and the grooves help you turn the time around. On changing the date at the first pull, you will feel a click every single time you set the date. And you can hear the gears rolling over as you begin to change the time. Well, I would call this staying connected and grounded with your watch. For a dress watch at play, 50 meters of water resistance sounds just about right. While there is also excellent lume on hands and indices, there is no confirmation on what lume is used. Now this hugs the wrist like it belongs there, as it would look good on larger wrists owing to a larger profile. The strap is made of stainless steel while being finished in brushed polish and a mix of satin finish on this integrated sports bracelet. And if you do feel it all around, the only downside comes into play as it is a bit rough on the edges. The butterfly clasp works absolutely fine, but the missing link has been found as the quality on this one could be improved overall. Now this watch is a proof that good design doesn't always have to come with a painful price tag, as this one can be found for 28,000 rupees and a $300 sticker on it. Well, this Duxot Quadrata has the David and Goliath angle into play because this is going to pelter some serious stones on the already famous Seiko 5 Sports SRPD lineup, which almost becomes an instant choice in this price segment. Well, there was a time when the PRXs and the Toyotas could be thought of at this price, but gone are those days. So in return, you will have to suffice with the all-new Casio EFK100, which is the first automatic watch from Casio. And if not that, Citizen has a couple of watches in the mechanical form, and you could also choose the Axiom Eco Drive if you want to go solar. Well, Timex comes reeling in with their Marlin Jet Automatic, or you could choose this Deepwater Meridian for its diving prowess. And Titan just arrived at 0R, an all-new dive watch collection, but most of them are quartz watches in this price segment. So if you want the good old mechanical charm, you could flatter yourself with this Titan Phoenix, this Titan Astral, the Starlight Automatic, or this Nexus watch. And finally, you also have the option of choosing this swanky little Moon's watch if that is what you really dig. But the dress watch game has to be subtle, and so should be your watch. Because of that, and because Duxot has managed to take the right kind of inspiration, this watch comes out as a winner. Well, this is a certain reminder that watch collecting is as much about feeling as it is about flexing. But as far as my experience goes with this one, I would like to rate this one 8 out of 10 on my index of viability. Duxot watches are now available on various e-commerce platforms in India. I have mentioned the links of all these stores in the description below, so you can go check them out. Well, these last few days with Duxot helped me realize one thing, that the form factor on your wrist is really important, as this one instantly became a conversation starter and a timepiece to look at. Well, this budget-friendly gateway into high-end design language may evoke one but provoke the other. What are you wearing today?